Baby cake bulls, get your slippers ready because we have some good news today. We have the US Fed come out with an emergency meeting and they've said that they're going to print $25 billion to cover up the mess of the US banking system. Immediately, bang, one button. They're just digits on a keyboard. And also, they have some poopy words here I've explained, right? Additional funding, yada, yada, yada. It doesn't matter. Don't worry about all these words. All of these words, I don't even like the font. It's so standard. There's no emojis. There's no pictures. There's no colors. How are we meant to read all these? I've done it for you. More printing money. That's how the system works. It's just a bunch of accounting entries on Excel sheets. And they go, hey, Mr. Bank, over there, you don't have any money, so we'll just create this other Excel sheet entry for you and just place some digits in here, and there you go. There you go. That's everything plugged. They're going to back everything 1-to-1, which means risk on. Okay? And we're going to go through this together, friends. Whenever you see news like this, just look at the US 2-year bond. That's all you have to look at. Okay? We're going to go through. I'm going to show you what it's done as we go through the video. Please like, subscribe, bell button, or friendship, kindness, and justice. We have now lowered the rate hike probability in the future with this. Because the whole philosophy of the Fed was we're going to keep hiking until something breaks. Bang. Something broke. And it's funny, so many people are in disbelief. Like, go to the Wall Street cheat sheet. I've told you. Hello, they've told you. All right, we're going to keep hiking rates until explosions start happening. And then we have an explosion, and I go back to the same people. I go, okay, you're going to get long? Nope. No, they tell me no. I go, okay, why? Oh, well, it's going to get worse. Okay, well, you just told me you were waiting for this. So some people just don't ever want to get long. They just can't be helped, okay? They don't really understand how poopy fiat is. That's the problem. So rate hikes, the probability of them has dropped. If you check out Arthur Hayes, he gets very, very excited. His libido goes through the roof on these, okay? So as soon as we saw this announcement, Fed and Treasury weigh emergency authority for deposit backstop. So they just, that's what they do, friends. What they do is they always release this stuff like, oh, we're thinking about this. And then they watch the market reaction. They're not stupid, okay? They let everyone know, hey, we're thinking about making this fun thing. And then if the green candles appear and they talk to people, they're like, do you like that idea? Like, yes, we like that idea. Yes, we do. And you're like, okay, that's the right thing to do. Do you see how it works now? Smoke and mirrors, fluffy slippers. Some people are wearing crumpled slippers. We're going to find out later on. Someone here is actually wearing very crumpled slippers. So many things happen in the background. You know, it's funny. You don't even need to understand any of this. You just get long and shut up. That's it. Just zip it up. Just be quiet. Watch the calendar. 2025. You just got to make it a 2025 with me. Can you do that? Please. Don't be a little toilet paper hand cuck. Don't. You're going to regret it for the rest of your life. I'm not here to sell you anything. I don't care. Don't give me your Bybit referral trading links. I don't want your trading links. I don't want any of this trash. I don't want your ICO early entries to dump on my followers. I don't want any of that. I just want you to succeed with me. That's all I care about. So Arthur Hayes gets very excited. He can tell, ooh, get ready for the face stripping rally. This is how they communicate to markets. The Federal Reserve and how they like speak to the people. Because they want to see, man, the price means everything, friends, okay? So look, even Arthur Hayes getting more excited when they actually confirm it. Oh, baby, tell me where high interest rates touched you on the balance sheet. I'll make it feel real good. So he's making a joke like, hey, we know the high rates literally shattered the system because there's such a huge flip of the yield curve. The banks had to loan out money so far into the future when they bought it out that they can't get it out and they can't account for people withdrawing, as we just saw. Okay? So look, we've got so much juice to come through, friends. So when you see these news, I'm explaining here with you, all right? You don't need to even look at all the news. You're like, what came out? What happened? Just look at the US 2-year. So this is an old post of mine. Not old, I mean like from a day ago, from 24 hours ago, right? So I watched on the week close, the Friday close, I watched the US 2-year, right? And look at this. So this week, newbies will be watching 18 markets at once. You only need to watch one market, the US 2-year bond. It will tell you everything that you need to know about S&P 500, the Dixie, US Feds, everything. Just summarizes everything. Just tell me where the bonds are moving. What do you all interpret the information to be? Okay. If it sinks harder, the Fed will hold or cut rates. So that's me. I'm showing you here. This is the post from before. So we're going to go and look at it now, what it's actually done. Okay. So it went from, this is funny. You know, Jay Powell did his speech last week. Everyone was like, it's over. He's like, higher for longer. We're going to need these rates so much higher, friends. And this is the first time I actually came out. I don't like making bold calls for no reason, right? And I don't do this on purpose unless I really, really, really see it. And for some reason, something came to me, and I was like, man, that sounds like a load of bullocks. Listening to Fed Powell going higher for longer, and this inflation, I was like, no, this is actually bullcrap. If I was a big bond trader, right, and I was doing spreads, I would have gone hard here. I'm like, that's it. I can smell BS. For some reason, just interpreting this language, because this makes no sense. Everything's about to crumble. You know, for them to go this long is insane, right? So we're going to have a look now. What did the US 2-year bond do, right? You can see this. This is the continuation of the chart. Look, it went down, it gapped down through the weekend, okay? So this is an interest rate on the side, yeah? So effectively, how you look at it, right? They were pricing over 5% rates for 2 years. And then, this is, friends, this is like insane how fast this happened. So remember, the market's pricing in rates for the next 2 years, and it went, things are so bad, we got to cut rates. They priced in one cut, and then they finished the second cut. So they're already saying things are bad, things are bad. By the way, just to let you know, the current interest rate is here, 4.75%. So look what the market did. See that this rectangle? The market went, you know what? I think we're done. This is market saying, hey, this hiking stuff, you're done. We're calling your bluff now. We're done. So that's why you might see in this next FOMC, they change their language completely. They go, well, you know, yes, inflation's coming down and we're confident of that. So we're going to have to worry about maybe not exploding the entire system, because their necks are going to be on the line, because the people know. Okay. So bullishness for us, more bottom signals. Okay. Because everyone, we like looking at the macro, but have a look at this. Okay. This conversation with a normie TradFi person, it's going to convince you that you're still early to crypto, okay? This is how you know we have bottomed. And as you can see, friends, we're still early. Just keep that in your mind as you're reading this, all right? So this friend does not watch my videos. He doesn't even know who I am. He doesn't understand network effects, and I'll show you why. And definitely wearing crumpled slippers as we speak. So look at this. He goes... First thing, it's funny. Literally, the first comment, crypto is such a scam. First comment. Next, I'm getting pretty over it. Any day, I'm withdrawing my money. No one is buying this stupid grift. It's just bang. Straight off, all right? Look at this. Also saying, let's read together. I'm not buying that trash at these prices. I'm not being exit liquidity. And I'm also effing over it. And it's a scam. So, I don't know, another fake pump has got my finger on the withdrawal funds button. So, he's just ready. So, this is disbelief. It's disbelief. Watch. Think about disbelief, friends. Think about all my videos, all my tweet posts saying we are in the disbelief part of the cycle. That's what I feel. You can go follow other influencers, other scum trash influencers who are taking your money, literally taking your money to feed you garbage information. You can go follow them. It's okay. It's all right. We're going to stay over here. Our slippers are fluffy. We got cotton socks. They're nice and fluffy too. Look at this next part, all right? So remember what I said about disbelief, okay? Look what he's saying now. Just regulated order zero. I don't have time for this poop. Like 2 years to zero. What a piece of poop. Wake me up when this poop is 8K. So he's talking about Bitcoin, right? And then he goes, mostly of all the poop should have created by now and gone sideways other than BTC and ETH. Now I'm going to highlight this. This, friends, is extremely important. This is edge for me and you, all right? This is already my teaching, so I've already been telling you this earlier, okay? Look, we have a normie here. He thinks Bitcoin and Ethereum are blue chip. He thinks everything else is a scam. So this is how diminished the returns are going to be for Bitcoin and Ethereum. You have people who hate the space. Even they say, oh yeah, if I was to buy, I'll be buying Bitcoin and Ethereum. Think of this as like you have somebody here telling you, hey, I have no idea how anything works, and here are my decisions. This is how I would allocate capital. And this person who's wearing crumpled slippers is telling you, okay, My slippers are so crumpled that I got no idea what I'm doing. I can't make money and I'm selling the bottom. And by the way, I think Bitcoin and Ethereum are legit. And you look at that, you go, okay, everything this person's saying should be grouped together as, you know, the same type of emotion, the same type of like understanding and read he has on the market, which is wrong. It's wrong. Okay. Now it depends how you define blue chip, right? It's like, oh, well, they're not going to go to zero. Okay. Well, if you're in crypto to own something that you think is just not going to go to zero, then you're going to be very disappointed when flying poop just hits your face because people are making 30x's and 50x's when Pulse Chain and Shibarium launch, right? So, I mean, you can learn the easy way or the hard way. I'm just here to help you out, okay? So, these next comments get funny. They should ban this entire space outright. Yes. Hatred. This is hatred. Hatred. He goes, it's all actual vaporware. So this is where it gets interesting. He goes, I'd probably make more money just buying and selling on Facebook Marketplace. So friends, look at this, okay? I want you to know, okay? So he doesn't understand network effects. He's telling you, hey, it's all vaporware, etc., etc. Yeah, most of it is, but he doesn't understand that his original way of thinking is from Warren Buffett, Benjamin Graham, which has seeped into stock market memes of when you buy stocks, they follow the cash flow, you know, cash flow valuations and PE or whatever the balance sheet you determine to be in the collective mindset of everybody in the stock. That's what he's following, and he's applying that to crypto. Because there's no cash flow, he goes, oh, it's worth zero. Well, let me tell you this, okay? If you have a gold bar, would you give it to me for free? Oh, well, it's got no cash flow, right? But no, but you could do something with it, yeah? What about a barrel of oil? Would you give it to me for free? No. But it makes no cash flow, right? You know, if you have a house and no one lives in it, would you give it to me for free? No. Okay, just give it to me for the material value. No, you wouldn't. Because you could do something with it, even though it doesn't directly earn you cash flow now. So you get the point. Same thing with crypto. We're in network effects, right? So yes, maybe the network makes no money now. But in the future, it could be put in a house. Remember this example I always give to you, friends, right? You could put this network of like 1 million people into a house and you could yell at them with my very large megaphone and go, hey, everybody, buy these socks, buy these socks. And you just yell at everybody, 1 million people to buy these specific pairs of socks. You will get them motivated and energized to buy. That's the network effect. And it's so easy for them to. They're in the network. Okay? He doesn't understand this. He thinks, well, makes no money today, it's worth nothing tomorrow. Okay? That is Dingleberry type thinking. Maybe Dingleberry's too strong. He's just a poopy head. Okay? I wouldn't say he's a Dingleberry. We can't go that far. He's just, if he understood more, he'd probably feel better about it. And by the way, you don't really got to understand much. You just buy and hold spot and just wait 12 months. And if it's not zero, you'll learn. You'll learn something, right? So remember as well, he's thinking about Bitcoin and Ethereum as a blue chip, friends. So I have this bonus comment for you. Notice how he still considers BTC and Ethereum to be legit blue chips. This is how you know Bitcoin and Ethereum will have significantly diminished returns. The crowd all agree that BTC and ETH are safe. This is extremely dangerous, Ultra Moon. I'm just letting you now know this is the writing on the wall. Like, friends, this is like, well, people have no idea what they're doing. They still consider Bitcoin and Ethereum to be blue chip. That means Bitcoin and Ethereum are more fairly priced than everything else. That's what it means. Doesn't mean they're bad. It just means of the collective pool of people who would buy, most of them have bought now compared to altcoins. Because in altcoins, everyone thinks they're poop. So no one wants to scoop them. But where he's scooping and playing around and rolling around in the mud and the poopies, right? There's so much edge there. Okay? So even on 4chan, right? Wild comment. This is amazing. We see a wild 4chaner here. They ask why Hex is going up of all coins during this time. And I'm trying to share with you, right? These are the wrong questions to ask. Don't ask why to go up, why to go down, why. Not the question to ask, right? You got to ask yourself this. This is how a trader thinks, an investor. This is how someone who wants to allocate capital, who wants to play the game, who wants to win the game, okay? Ask yourself this question. Why am I not long this asset that I thought was going to zero? Right? And it's still not zero. Why are you not long that? That is a signal. That's what I did. I thought Hex was going to zero at the start, and then it was a divine intervention, and then it pumped 50x, 100x, and then it settled, and I was like, hang on, This thing that I thought should have been zero by now isn't. So I'm going to go learn about it more, okay? This one example, there's hundreds of thousands out there, all right? So this is how you have to think about it, friends. And as a final warning shot, if you can't better leave Bitcoin and Ethereum, at least I'll maybe get you thinking differently about Bitcoin and Ethereum themselves, okay? If you can't choose between them. Because look, I really think it's time, most of you got to flat out just stop listening, unfollow, dislike, and just stop reading the people who show you a heavy Bitcoin portfolio, okay? They're wrong. It's not like, okay, Bitcoin's going to go to 400,000 and everything else is going to go up heaps, so everybody wins. I thought that world was going to play out too. I thought, it's okay, with Bitcoin, you're going to make a 40x, and with everything else, you're going to make a 400x. So, you could sit there with your 100K in your 40x Bitcoin. I thought that world was going to play out too. Unfortunately, from all the signs we see, you need a white swan to come in and change everything. And we don't have that now, all right? You need the Federal Reserve to go, you know what? We're just going to print money and buy Bitcoin. That's what you actually need, right? Because right now, everything's slowing down, friends. The blue chips, they're slowing down, all right? They are. So I've shown you this weekly chart. So you got to interpret this data the way I do. I'm here to show you, share with you and show you. We had the biggest, most fear depegging event in crypto history. The USDC was seen as the ultimate $1 BlackRock capital, we're going to take over the world USDC proxy coin, and it depegged. Okay, it depegged. You would have thought the chain it depegged on would be everybody exiting, unstable, we don't want this anymore, we're out, I don't believe in crypto. See, everybody felt that, but Ethereum is stronger than Bitcoin, okay? Look. So you had USDC depegging, and still nobody bought Bitcoin over Ethereum, despite scum influencers recommended. All right, they're wrong. They're wrong. Now, maybe it changes overnight. I don't know, but I'm just letting you know, I can't look at this information myself and say, all right, I think it's a good idea for me to be a Bitcoin maxi right now. Yes, that's such a smart idea after seeing 15,000 pieces of information showing that this is not the way the way they all think it's going to happen. It's not happening, right? Ugh, it's not. So I've shown you even on a weekly candle, like you would have thought, okay, even if maybe wrong or right, maybe at least Ethereum is going to be mega red and Bitcoin's going to be green. But nope, look at this. Ethereum still finishes the week with a little doji and Bitcoin is still red. Like, you don't need to look at these individual weekly candles. You can just look at the ETH BTC chart itself, right? That has everything you need to see, and I'll show you it right now, right? So you don't look at these close introspections. That's why we do ratio spreads. We want to see what they look like. Okay, look at this, man. Does this look like the candle of ultimate destruction? Mass fear, panic. Does that look like it? Because that's Ethereum versus Bitcoin. Okay. So, friends, I've given you a lot of information and you've shown, right? So, we've seen the US 2-year, they've printed money. Everything is going to plan, even though it is chaotic along the way. Okay. And we've seen that we are still early, but time is running out. I'm telling you right now. Time is, eventually, you're not going to have, all these people, like this person bagging everything out. Eventually, they're going to put money back in, okay? And they're going to start buying tops. And you're not going to be fairly priced anymore. I'm sorry. There are things, you can have a fairly priced, a good asset, but that doesn't mean you're going to get mad returns in it. Because it's just too high. It's just too many people think it's good. When too many people think something is good, there's not enough opportunity for you to scoop the poop. All right? So, with that, friends, I will catch you very, very soon. Make sure you tell your mum you love her.